That's how you know this podcast has started, because you hear the clinking of ice in a glass.
Great.
So we get the creative juices flowing. That or it gets me drunk.
Both.
That's correct. That's correct. You get 2 points. All right, let's start this. Welcome to episode 8 of the Anime Rhapsody podcast. I am Andrew Dalecki. I'm joined by my co-host with the most host,
Darren Combs.
There it is. Hey, Darren.
I didn't know what oast was.
Me neither.
Threw me off a bit.
It's code. I don't expect you to understand it.
All right.
It's cool. The cool kids say it.
No. All right. I'll take your word.
Yeah, because I'm a cool kid. Welcome to another week of anime talk. And, this week we're going to start discussing the, I guess, is it fall season or when? Yeah. There's the new fall seasons of animes that are being released.
Started last week.
And we briefly introduced some of them last week, and Darren and I got a chance to watch some of the pilot episodes on some of these that we told you guys, hey, we're interested in these, and some were like, we'll just give it a shot. Mm-hmm. And overall impressions, it's kind of a weak premiere season for me. I didn't see too many things that I don't know if I can continue going forward with them. I may give them another 2 or 3 episodes, but I didn't see any overall strong pilot episodes, except for one, and we'll discuss it today. But what about your impressions?
It was all right. I only watched 3 shows. And I mean, it's still the first or second week for them, so there's only 1 or 2 episodes out.
Right.
So it's not like you could have gotten a great impression, but I mean, I'll stick through them.
I don't judge anything by just the first episode, except if it's Neo Yokio. But
you judge that by the trailer.
Yeah, I did.
Not even the first episode.
I judged it by your synopsis of the trailer. So there were 4 anime that I watched. Yes, 4 anime that I watched the pilot episodes for this in a week, which is a lot for me. The first one we'll start with is something that both Darren and I watched. It's the what is it called? I'm obsessed 30-year-old MMO player.
Recovery of a MMO Junkie.
There it is. And I gave the layman's title of the anime, but it's about this woman who quits her job to become a NEET, N-E-E-T, which is someone that doesn't work.
Education, employment, or training.
Yes. Basically, what my grandfather would call a bum.
You're a bum rock.
You're a bum rock.
Watch an anime.
Watch an anime. And she turns to the world of MMO video gaming. That's a pretty good synopsis of what the anime was introducing in the first pilot episode. What did I see?
What it's going to be, too.
What did I see? What I didn't see? They took some interesting cinematography leaps in the first episode for me. I don't usually see a montage in a pilot episode. Usually, a montage is used to really take a character to a next phase. You have a character that starts one place, you go through a montage, they're somewhere else at the end of the montage. There was a montage in the first episode, so we don't even know what's really going on with the character to begin with, other than she quit her job. There was a montage, And she pretty much ended up in the same place where she started, except she had a level 18 character instead of a level 1 character.
She like power leveled for a few months.
So we had a montage in the first episode, and it's as a device, like I said, it's supposed to quickly move a character from point A to point B without you having to tell too many, not too much narrative. You don't need the narrative. Mm-hmm. You just see pockets of time sequences, but it's supposed to relay a large period of time passing, right? For a pilot episode, I needed a little bit more information what was going on. Like I didn't understand the main character. Like I don't feel like we were introduced to the main character at all.
I mean, yeah, she didn't really say. She just said that she quit her job and now she can do whatever she wants, but it's not really why she did it.
We don't know why.
She just wants to play MMOs all day.
It didn't even seem like that was the case with her though. Like
she just did it to pass the time.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like there was enough of a foothold for a first episode to be like, okay, I sort of see where this is going, and do I like it? I don't know if I like it, but I don't know if I don't like it. I don't frankly know what's going on, other than very basic principles. And
I mean, it could be interesting because, you find out who her friend, like the lolly character is, and they live relatively close to each other, I would assume.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some sort of meetup or something in the future.
They did preview that relationship in the supermarket scene, which is, I think that's the most character development we saw in that episode. Really, because even when she was playing the MMO, they used a lot of visual novelties that you see in a lot of animes. There wasn't that much deep dialogue. There wasn't much revealing of anything. So I don't know. That's the first anime we saw. Like I said, I'll probably give it another episode or two just to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. But at the beginning, like I said, it's a weak. I thought it was a weak pilot. I didn't think it was a strong pilot. I don't think it's a bad pilot. I just thought it was weak. Mm-hmm. So that's the first anime that I watched. The second anime that I watched was Love is a Cocktail, I think it's called. And
I watched that one too.
It's a 2-minute episode.
I didn't think it was going to be 2 minutes.
I thought it was going to be a full episode. Yeah. It wasn't. It was a 2-minute episode. It was a blip. Little funny, little lighthearted. As far as the genre of a 2 or 3 minute anime, short, I didn't think they wrapped it up as nicely as some of the other ones I've seen, like that other one with the marshmallow guy. Mm-hmm. I think they have very concise episodes. They have it's run very quickly.
There was a plot. This one seems to be non sequitur, and it's its own episode. And it was a lot like, there was one that I watched alongside the marshmallow one, where it's pretty much a woman after work, she'll go to the bar and order a beer and a random bar food, and then go in depth of what it is. This one is the opposite. She goes kind of in depth of the beer or whatever alcoholic drink she has.
Right.
So it kind of reminded me of that, and I was like,
It wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Again, it also was 2 minutes long, so investing in another episode is not going to make or break my life. So I'll probably watch more, but just know that if you heard us last week and you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, it's not a 30-minute episode. It's a 2-minute episode, and you'll get a light brevity, and that's really about it. And I think that's what they're aiming to do. They're not really trying to go too deep into this.
I'd wait until a good amount are out and then just sit through all of them.
You'll get through 5 episodes in 10 minutes, really.
Pretty much.
What What else did I watch? Let's talk about the one that both of us watched as well. That is the, I would say it's the largely featured anime for this season. And that's called Black Clover.
Okay. When I was at Comic-Con last weekend, that was probably the most advertised anime there. Verve, Crunchyroll, Funimation, any anime booth featured something for Black Clover more than, Boruto Season 2 or whatever next episode of Boruto is coming out, or any Season 2 or Season 3 of anything. It was like, Black Clover, watch it. Please watch Black Clover.
So, I mean, it's understandable because it's following the suit of the highly produced, very popular type generic genre of anime that's out today. So, I think you said it best. You said it was like a mix of Naruto?
Naruto and Sasuke want to become the king of the pirates, so they get their Momoto spell books from the Grand Wizard in their town, and they go and use their stand abilities to fight other hunters. And it took 2 episodes.
It is a amalgamation of everything that you've already seen before. That's really what Darren just said.
Yeah.
It's Naruto. It's One Piece. It's Zatch Bell. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. Believe it or not, it's a little Yu-Gi-Oh.
There was another one I was trying to think, and I can't remember now.
Put it this way. If you love those types of animes, this is the newer one. That's basically what they're releasing out now. This is the newer.
And My Hero.
And it had a little My Hero, but I don't want to knock My Hero. My Hero is so much better than all of that shit. All of that jazz. This, at least My Hero has like real character development. Like there is.
I think they crammed as much as they could within 2 episodes before they even started the plot.
The main character is annoying.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But that's for me though. Like all those animes, the main character is annoying for me. Naruto.
I mean, they made him that way.
Naruto
on purpose.
Annoying. What's the guy from Fairy Tail? Annoying. I haven't even remember Zatch Bell. Luffy. Really annoying. Really annoying for me. He's not the best part of One Piece.
But that's what's popular, I guess.
But it is. It's what's
an
popular.
Obnoxious, loud character.
And if you're a fan of those animes that we've just sort of rattled off our tongue, this is the new one of those for this season. And it has promise. The animation's pretty nice.
It's definitely gonna
take off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long running series.
It's definitely gonna take off. I don't know what direction it's gonna take, but you have the 2 characters that are competing against for a single purpose, and you'll see the themes. You'll see the themes in there, and if you're one of those guys, one of those fans that just loves that type of storytelling, this is it for you. Mm-hmm. This is what they're releasing. Otherwise, you have to watch Boruto. I'm sorry. I mean, I haven't. You know what's kind of weird about Boruto? I have heard nothing about it.
Really?
I have heard nothing about it. Not even like bad or good. Just nothing. And I don't know what that means.
I thought it was just going to be a movie. I didn't think it was going to be a whole series.
Nah,
but I mean,
whatever.
It's already way long now.
What? I want to at least go a little bit in depth with Black Clover because there was 2 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So while I go fetch my baba of good, what was your good takeaway and what was your bad takeaway from Black Clover? Go.
Okay, the good stuff was it's kind of a new premise, but you can definitely tell that you've seen this type of story somewhere else in another anime. it's pretty much two children. They were abandoned at a church in this medieval type setting.
Garo.
It's natural for people to have magic abilities. Like
My Hero.
Yeah. And the main character, Asta, he's the annoying one. He does
Natsu.
not. No, Deku. He does not have any natural powers.
Deku.
And the other child that was with him is prolific in his wind powers, I guess it is.
Sasuke. I'm going to call him Sasuke.
Sure.
I'm not going to call him
Sasuke.
I'm not going to call him Bakugo or Todoroki.
No.
He's more Sasuke because he has that so cool. demeanor.
Not really. I thought he was going to be more of a villain, but then it's like, oh, I guess he's kind of ally.
Yeah, who knows?
Friendly rival.
He's not Naruto Shippuden Sasuke.
No.
He's Naruto.
He's Naruto Sasuke.
He's Naruto Sasuke.
He's Narusasu.
Narusasu, okay.
So at the age of 15 in this town, or I guess it's the entire country, each child gets a spell book.
Harry Potter.
Satch Bell.
I'm going Harry Potter.
It's supposed to amplify their magic powers, but Asta doesn't get one because he has no magic powers at all. Not even like latent powers. They say that he has nothing.
I have a theory about this. You want to hear my theory? Because
Okay.
You're right. They describe him as having no magical powers. I think it's because they try to use magical means to detect if he has magical powers, and his whole power is he absorbs magical powers. So naturally, no one's going to read him as a magic user because at the time that they're trying to read if he has magic, he's absorbing it.
I mean, that sounds like it could be.
Do you see what I'm getting? You see what I'm getting?
Yeah.
He's like, it's like.
Well, it's because he has the demon.
It's like throwing dust into a vacuum and saying,
"Oh, there's no dust."
Yeah, yeah. Well, he has no dust. It's like no shit because he's sucking it dry. I don't know what that means. That's actually like the worst analogy that I can think of that I just thought of. He's not like a vacuum and dust at all. I don't even know what but the whole point is that you're trying to detect something that he negates. That's
okay.
what I want to get.
It's okay.
It's okay. Blame it on the alcohol.
So
alcohol.
So Yuno gets one of the most rare spell books, which is the 4-leaf clover, and as soon as they leave, they're about to get robbed by a guy that used to be like a
mage
I don't
knight.
know, like a mage knight.
Night mage or something like that.
A wizard knight, and he just turned out to be like a thief or a rogue.
Yep.
So he tries to steal the book, and Asta attacks him, but he has no magic powers, so he just keeps getting beaten up. But then his spellbook forms out of like pure darkness,
and hence he has a black clover. So the clover device in this show is that every book has a clover on it.
No, it was just that the 3-leaf clover was like normal, the 4-leaf clover was lucky, the 5th
means you have
5-leaf clover was a demon. So I mean, the demon could be the thing that's sucking all the magic.
Could be,
if that's the case.
I don't know
if he's had this demon, or if it's
I don't
just
know
from
the
the
mechanic,
book.
Man, I'm just trying to interpret what I saw.
And there was very little fighting. He summons a sword, and he doesn't swing it. He just lunges forward, and the guy gets blown away.
And yeah,
which was a little weird.
No wound, kind of weird.
No, I don't think he even swung. I think he just like ran forward with it.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, that's really what happened.
And that was 2 episodes.
And that was 2 episodes just to get to that point. So I don't know.
I mean, it also tells their backstory, like their childhood as they grow up, and Asta's still trying to get his magic abilities, but obviously he never got them. So
I mean, it's no secret that these are probably my my least favorite type of animes, but
I'm sure kids will really like it.
Did I think it was bad? I've seen worse. Really, I've seen worse. So it's not something that I probably will continue and bring up on this show just because it's not something that piques my interest.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you have to see, it's most likely a show aimed towards children, so
Right.
they're going to see the same recurring themes from other shows that are like, oh, I want to watch Black Clover this week. So
It'll be heavily cosplayed.
My Hero was actually probably the most cosplayed anime at Comic-Con.
And it should be. Because it's the best show.
I mean Rick and Morty.
That too. Because that's the best show too. So that's Black Clover. So that's your premiere anime for this season. There was another show that I dabbled in that this is my one anime that I will recommend just based off the pilot episode. Mm-hmm. And it's called King's Game. If you are a fan of the... Well, it has a little Assassinations Classroom in it. Little. Not a lot, but a little. It has a lot of Battle Royale in it.
Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Blame. Dead Tube. Pretty much any... can't remember the other one. But yeah, pretty much anything where a group of teenagers are forced to fight one another to the death.
It's not fighting each other to the death, but you're right.
Yeah.
It's a group of teenagers in a very extreme situation. I like those types of stories. I like pushing people to extremes because I like how you can explore what line where are people's lines. Okay, so this anime is about this. I think he's 16 or 17-year-old high school student who transfers to a new school. And the reason why he transfers to a new school is because he went through a very traumatic event at his previous high school, which is called the King's Game. And to briefly explain what the King's Game is, there is some sort of entity or overseer, I don't know what you want to describe it as, and they really don't go into it that much, but just know that there's some sort of element in there that is controlling the events of the show. And it's worked through a cell phone. So the rules of the King's Game is you must perform the action or task that is sent to you in your phone in the next 24 hours, or you get punished. So the initial task that happened, this is where it hasn't really described it yet, but from my interpretation is once you start the King's Game, you must finish the King's Game. So the first task in the show was this kid that just finished playing the King's Game has to kiss this girl in the classroom. And as we know with Japanese animes, a kiss is a big deal. Everybody starts talking about it, yada, yada, yada. Everybody in the classroom also gets the text. That's the thing. Everybody knows what the first task is. The first task is this kid has to kiss this girl. And he actually tries to avoid the kiss. He rather himself and this girl face the punishment, which is pretty much death or an equivalent of such, and not start the King's Game, then start it. Well, it ends up he doesn't kiss her. She kisses him.
What?
And initiates the King's Game. And let me tell you something. If this was Survivor, half the people are voted off the island in the first episode. And it is gruesome. So, as far as animes are concerned, you usually don't see too much of the very extreme visuals on something in this genre in an anime form. Not the case with King's Game. The King's Game shows you what the punishment is. And it actually even texts you. So like there was I don't want to. I guess it's a spoiler episode anyway. But so the first episode is. So the next task was, you cannot fall asleep tonight. Anybody that is caught falling asleep will be punished. And so half the kids are asleep. Half the kids gets punished. The punishment is you die by hanging yourself. And let me tell you, there's a lot of teenage hangings. And it's very interesting because it's one of the first times that in an anime that I saw the teenager actually interact with an adult other than the teacher. So he actually talks with one of the fathers of one of the kids that hangs himself. It has a lot of they have a lot of nuances that I haven't seen in a long time in an anime that it's just really intriguing. Like they don't hold back, and they don't fall into very similar devices that we've seen in the typical anime genre. So I am actually really looking forward to this. I'm really, really looking forward to episode 2, and I want to see where they go with it. It may turn into just a bloodbath. It may turn into a complete mindfuck. I don't know, but I'm really excited to look into it.
Okay.
So,
sounds interesting.
King's Game. That is the one that I saw that I'm on board. 100%.
I'll take a look at it.
All right.
And
good. I'm glad. You should take a look at it.
Okay. And by look at it, I mean I'll look at the page that says watch episode 1, and I'll go, there it is.
There it is. That's nice. No, really, give it a shot. You never know. It may. You like Assassination's Classroom? No. Classroom of the Elite. Why do I get those mixed up? They are so
the
different.
Word classroom is in it.
They're so different. They are so different. It's like before what I said. It has nothing to do with Assassination Classroom. It is like Classroom of the Elite, where it's very cerebral. There you go.
Okay. That's better.
That's better. That makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I feel like my dad. My dad, he gets Bluetooth and Blu-ray mixed up, and that's what I feel like I'm doing right now with Assassination Classroom and Classroom of the Elite. But anyway, it's fine. It's like Classroom of the Elite, which we thoroughly enjoy. I think that's one of our animes from last season that we said, this holds up. This is pretty good. Put it this way, Darren. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong here. I'm just not wrong. I'm waiting for you to prove me wrong, but it's not going to happen.
Well, I'll take a look at it.
Good.
And then I'll message you if you're wrong.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Were there any that you watched that I did not, that you're excited for?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm excited for it yet, but I will watch more. It was one called Just Because. It was produced by the same company that did Gamers last season. Doesn't mean they wrote it or anything. They just produced it.
Came in like a lion, out like a lamb. That's how I review Gamers.
But it looks nice, like the way that it's animated, and like I guess the effects that they add to it look nice. It's pretty much a kid moves to a new town. Mm-hmm. He is touring the new school that he's going to attend.
Okay.
He's only going to attend the third term, which I guess is from winter to summer, and then they graduate. So he's taking a look around. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but from my understanding, this is like late high school. We're talking about like they're about to go to university. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all worried about entrance exams for college and everything.
Okay.
So he's going around snapping pictures.
Sorry, continue.
He's snapping pictures of like the town, the school, and just sending them to his friend back in wherever he moved from. And he runs into the batter for the baseball team, and turns out it was a friend of his from the town that he moved from before, because he's been moving around a few times.
Okay.
So they catch up, and he says, "Oh, there's another girl that they were friends with that also goes to that high school, and it's like a big deal for him." And that's how the episode ends. But it pretty much goes into like the characters, and it's like one thing that I think is going to happen is the photography club is closing down because they don't have any members. But since he's been taking a lot of pictures everywhere, he's probably going to join it.
Okay.
And keep it. It's definitely going to be drama between him and this girl.
Okay.
They don't really go into her character. She's just like going to cram school or whatever. But it was kind of slow paced. Just a normal slice of life series, I guess.
Cool.
But it's all right.
Yeah,
it was all right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like there's like a most of those slice of life have like some sort of like hook, right? So I'll give you an example. Sometimes it's a sport. It's a sports show, like baseball or something like that, where that's the hook. Like everybody's in, or that Clean Freak.
Yeah, I was thinking Clean Freak.
Clean Freak. Everybody revolves around soccer, even though it's not about soccer. Everybody revolves around soccer.
Yeah.
Do you think this anime is going to be revolved around photography?
I don't really think so, because they focused on some characters. There's like a girl that does the trumpet.
Okay.
There's this friend that is doing he's a batter. There's a girl that's in cram school, and then there's the one that just moved in.
That's kind of interesting because as far as, like I said, usually you see a hook. I don't hear a hook, so it seems pretty diverse. It actually sounds like a true slice of life, type show. Meaning, there's not like a.
It's more of a realistic situation
right?
than
it's not around. It's not around video games. It's not around some. It's really about a kid.
About interactions, really.
It's about interactions. I'm interested. What is it called?
Just Because.
Just Because.
Mm-hmm.
Just Because.
Just Because. Just watch. Just Because.
It's a kind of a fitting title.
Yeah, it happened just because. That was.
I can dig that. You know why? Because it doesn't pigeonhole itself into having to bring up a recurring theme. They sort of leave themselves open to any sort of situation, any sort of topic with that sort of setup as far as an anime is concerned. So it's really the driving force behind the narrative is, can you make the characters interesting enough, and can you make the relationships interesting enough?
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I like that concept.
Yeah, so that's one I'll keep up with. Again, there wasn't much to go by in the summary. Mm-hmm. It's kind of what the first episode tells you. So.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much wraps up everything that. Unless is there any more that you saw that you're like, or or
just watched. I just watched those three really.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, it's the beginning of the season, man.
Yeah.
There's more to watch.
There's so many that came out, but those are the ones that caught my eye, I guess, immediately.
Right.
Because they were one of the first ones listed on the site that I went on to watch.
Okay. So I am going to rate King's Game by me as a good watch, just because for you as a good watch, and the rest really meh at this point.
Black Clover, keep up, see where it goes.
Yeah, if you're interested in that sort of genre, go for it. You know, dive in, and if not,
whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to enjoy it because it's a lot like those other shows. And the recovery of an MMO girl, I don't know. Like I just don't know. I don't know about it. There's not enough there. There's just not enough there to really say that it's going to pique my interest or not. Yeah. So I'll probably watch one or two more episodes to get my bearings on how I feel about it.
I mean, I'm interested in it. I want to know what's going on, but it's still episode 1 so far.
There's one more show that I am interested in watching that I have not watched. and it's called Evil or Live. Yes, Evil or Live. So that's another one that I'm going to be. That's on my list of to watch.
It's such a bizarre title.
I know. That's kind of why I want
What
to
is
watch
it?
So the premise is it's semi-dystopian modern time anime where they have deemed that the internet dependency of this generation is almost a disease, and say they actually call it an internet addiction. Now that's a clinical term now, internet addiction, and they form a rehabilitation institute in Japan to treat extreme cases of this. So I don't know.
It's gonna be one packed place.
Well, supposedly there's only 1,000 kids in this rehabilitation, and it's really for the extreme cases, like can't decipher between reality or the virtual world.
Oh, well, then, yeah, they should definitely be seeing somebody no matter what.
So it's I don't know. I want to see where they go with it, because it's definitely a.
It's supposed to be like psychological,
it's a social commentary piece.
Supposed to be like a horror or just. Like
I'm not sure yet. I'm really not.
Thing?
I'm not sure yet. From my understanding, it's probably a social experiment type of an anime. Definitely social commentary. And it's something. I mean, they've delved into these types of animes before, where the youth has gotten so rebellious or so something that they may take extreme measures to correct the next generation, right?
Yeah.
So, it's along the same lines as that type of anime, but like I said, I haven't watched it, so I'm just looking forward to seeing what it's about and seeing if it's going to pique my interest or not.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about that. Any that are on your list that you have not watched and you sort of wanted to watch?
Not really.
There's a lot out there, I know.
There was a lot that they showed at Comic-Con when I went. I got like a bunch of little flyers for like each show that's coming out. So I'll maybe take a look. They had like this thing. It was you sit down and you do a VR tour of a manga. It was weird. And they had like actual series lined up. And you sit down and like the goggles will show you like a black and white room.
Okay.
And then pages will turn and the characters will interact. It looked really bizarre, but
that's weird.
Yeah, it was.
That's so strange. This is at Comic-Con?
Yeah, I guess it was to advertise some. I mean that, and also like other manga series.
Is that the direction they're trying to take it? Like VR anime? That's so strange.
Sword Art Online?
Probably. You're right. But like an actual VR anime where you can like look around and be like,
and like the characters are talking or whatever.
Oh, that's
next level.
Freaking me out. That's already like, freaking me out.
I'm sure we have like another 50 years before something.
No way. I'm going to say 5.
Because I'm thinking that you're looking around and like you're around and like all the characters are like modeled and they're doing their own thing, so you can go anywhere and they'll be doing their own situations.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be interactive. Meaning, like, I don't think you're going to walk around. I think it's going to be just a VR experience. So, like,
as if you were one of the characters that's just like sitting in the back,
right?
And you can just look around and watch,
right, and watch the story unfold in front of you.
Okay, I can see that happening.
You know what I mean?
Within like 10 years.
5. I'm giving it 5 because there's no player control other than you being able to look around and listen.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean.
No, I do.
No, you don't.
I'm just still thinking about walking around in an anime world.
That's still so creepy.
They just
I'm
all
going to the girls' bathroom.
they all turn to look at you.
Yeah, I'm going to the hot springs.
That's the DLC one.
That's the DLC.
You have to pay DLC for that.
That's
for
a
that
hentai
episode.
DLC.
Yeah. I think they already made those though.
What?
Those
VR adventures?
The VR, the VR excursions with your trusty Tango unit.
Oh god. Whatever. Creepy as fuck. All right, so I think that wraps up this week. I mean, we didn't really go too deep into any one particular anime, but like I said, it's the release
Kinda
weeks.
It's like the first episode where we just looked at a bunch of different shows
and got some first impressions.
Yeah.
And yeah, so hopefully some of these shows evolve into something. I'm sure glad that some of the shows from last season are over, and I'm looking forward to watching some fresh stuff. So I'm excited. Let's do some wrap up.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Okay. Thanks for listening again, everybody, to the Anime Rhapsody. We appreciate any support, whether it be just you listening or even sending us an email or giving us a review. So thank you again, and please follow us on the Toy Rage channel on YouTube, where you can hear us, and we'll be also on the Apple podcasts and Spreaker soon. Hopefully, if you're listening to this and it's already out, I just sound like an idiot. But we'll be there.
That's for future you to worry about.
Yeah, it's future me, and you know what? I'm not worried about future me. Future me can be where he is. And if you have any questions or you want to email the show, Layla at toyrage.com. That's Layla at toyrage.com. Any parting words of wisdom?
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, because they might be geese.
Ooh, good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think that wraps us up.
All right,
man. See you next week.
All right. See, I'm just going to walk out now.
All right. Just walk out the door. It's fine. The door's open. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.